Hello and welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Today we're going to talk about SATX Communication. The stock started trading today on the exchange, and it's up 240%. But there's a little bit of a caveat that we're going to go through. Let's talk about the catalyst that came out, which is shooting the stock. When it launched today, sort of an IPO. So what's going on behind the scene, right? So basically, SATX Communication, a leader of next generation satellite communication system based on in-house development chipset, today announced that it has completed its previously announced business combination with Endurance Acquisition following the approval of the business combination. So what business combination is basically is not a merger. Merger is like when you have two companies and they merge together and they become one company. So in this case, business combination is basically one of the other companies will hold a majority of the businesses, for example, within the company. So they're still going to operate as two separate companies, but but this is going to be a revenue will be sort of generated and shared across board, right? So the left is 30 minutes, the right is daily chart as you see on my screen. One thing you want to note here is there's not a lot of volume being traded here. Okay, it's only 304,000 so far traded for the stock. The price will bump up. 70,000 stocks were bought, which caused the price to go up all the way up to $50. And then, 56,000, not a lot of volume here, right? So 56,000 were sold, and, that caused the price to dip. Then also 53,000 were sold, caused the price to a little dip even further. And then you have 29,000. Essentially, whoever sold the stock here, for example, essentially came out of the position. Basically, how it works in stock market is whoever buys, who is a bigger fool, right? So people that bought it here, for example, now they're stuck with it because essentially the stock is being sold. And let's say, let's say they bought it at $50 or $48, for example, or let's say $46. And they never came out of the position when they started dipping before below that level, then you're stuck. A lot of people, when in retail investing, I've seen like people when they get into a position, they don't really put a stop loss. Most of the time, they think the price is going to keep rising for some reason. So in this case, that did not happen. The stock price started dipping now. It's already, it came up a little bit, $29, and now it goes down to $28 again. Of course, very brand new right now. It's still going to come down. I don't think it's going to go any further up again. Essentially, I think it's going to go down to maybe a true level, maybe $11, $10, or $8 for that matter. And then maybe, when they have established a business, I try to find their SEC filing. I try to find, 8K or 10Qs or anything like that, but I'm not able to find anything. So right now, it's too early to even say the stock is going to do any better. Or maybe, maybe it's going to go to like a penny stock. You never know, right? So again, I wouldn't want to purchase this right now. I want to see how this plays out. But again, we already see there's a resistance here now. Like potentially, you can see the stock go back to $50 at some point. And if they start making progress, because again, it's a satellite communication. Essentially, as you know, right? For example, iPhone came out. They have SOS messages that you could do. Satellite communication helps you in the remote areas. Like mountains and jungles and everything right there. So right now, this is a stay away from me right now. I wouldn't recommend it. Again, this is not a financial advice. By all means, if you want to purchase the stock, please go ahead. However, I'm not going into the stock. I think this is just a hype they created just to get the price up, and then they came out of the position. Whoever did, people that probably own the stocks that got it from, from the company or whatever the case was. In any case, it's coming down. I think it will further go down, and then when I see some momentum on it, I'll try to make a video on this in a few days. Just try to see where it goes. But for now, it's a stay away from me. So, hope you liked this video. If you did, do give it a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.